Nobody who was 150 years old or 200 years old or 300 years old is receiving Social Security checks.
But simply saying you are a country and we're going to put a tariff in place for everything you've done for Canada, I got to tell you, putting a tariff on maple syrup doesn't help us here at home. All it does is drive up prices for, everybody who wants to eat pancakes.
Stop it. Get some help.
I know the left didn't like it, but everybody laughed at the Pocahontas remark on Elizabeth Warren.
Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
All kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we ain't gonna sit for that shit.
The behavior of Democrats last night was completely disgraceful and demonstrated how severely out of touch they are with the American public. It was the most shameful moment in the history of presidential addresses in that beautiful chamber. In what was supposed to be a unifying moment for our country, Democrat members of Congress instead screamed at the President of the United States, who was just overwhelmingly reelected by their constituents, walked out of the chamber, and worst of all, they disrespected the American people.
This man, who has no respect for Congress, does not respect us as a co-equal branch of government, who has put us into a constitutional crisis. This man, with his hateful rhetoric and his even more harmful policies.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
During the course of the event, which is wanting to get reaction on Congressman Al Green's antics and being ejected, 80% of speech watchers said that the Democratic congressman's interrupting of Trump's speech was inappropriate. Only 20% of speech watchers thought what Green did was appropriate, Aaron.
Their butt cheeks were clenched so tight they couldn't even stand up. What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Last night, the Democrats didn't even stand up for a dang thing. Lincoln Riley's family, Corey's family, the DJ who got inducted into the Secret Service at 13 years old, battling brain cancer. They didn't even stand up. We're going to jump into this video, but I just have to get this off my chest. Honestly, it showed the true character of this political party, where it's at, and how far it has gone from we the people, from caring about people, from being the party of the middle class. You know, I've said this in previous videos. They've flipped. But the Democrats, guys, you couldn't even put your ego aside for one night. You're so that egotistical and narcissistic that you couldn't stand up and clap for a person that was shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. You couldn't even stand up and clap for Donald Trump. You hate him that much. You hate him that much, but he's leading the country in the right direction. You couldn't even commend him for doing the things that he's done and the crap that he's been through. It is utterly disgusting. It is sickening, and I'm tired of it. Absolutely tired of it. The Democrats need to grow the F up. They need to grow some freaking balls. Let's jump into this video. Sorry, guys, I went on a rant. We're jumping in this video here, all right?
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Wait a minute. I thought this dude was handicapped, okay? Al Green, the Geico caveman. He don't look handicapped to me. So easy.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Get that fool out of here. Looking like a homeless insurance sales agent. This is ridiculous.
And these people sitting right.
The bingo cards, ridiculous. You look like a fool handing out signs, okay? It's stupid.
I think the message that Americans should take away from last night is that they have a president in the Oval Office who is committed to doing what's right for them, especially women and girls across the country. And I think it's very ironic, thank you for bringing up the point about women, that Democrat women were wearing pink to support our fellow females, yet they couldn't stand, again, for a young woman who was almost killed and severely injured by a man on the volleyball court. They couldn't stand for the mothers of two beautiful young women whose lives were taken tragically at the hands of illegal people. So you can't say you're the party of women and then support men and women's sports and not stand up for basic law and order and immigration reform that will protect women in this country. That's what President Trump is doing. He's the president for women.
Here will not clap.
Elon Musk steals. Save Medicare. None of that's going away. Look, all these people are so sour. Every single one of them. Sour. They're all dusty-thighed. What I mean by dusty thighs is this woman ain't having sex right here. If she is, it's with herself. Dusty, old, bitter politicians.
Watch this. Oh my goodness, it's actually insane. If you're not watching Trump's address right now, they had to kick out a Democratic congressman because he would not stop interrupting Trump. He wouldn't even sit down. And now if you're watching it, literally half the room is standing up and cheering and half the room won't even move. They're holding stupid little signs that say Musk steals. Our country has never been more, I wouldn't say divided, just the obvious of the difference in our country. These people hate America. That's it.
Will not stand and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
Nancy looks toe up from the flow up.
Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control. The egg price is out of control, and we're working hard to get it back down. As the tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers starting on April 2nd, it may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases, and I said, just bear with me, and they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again, and this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it. He didn't enforce it. $50 billion of purchases, and we were doing great, but Biden did not enforce it, and it hurt our farmers. But our farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too. And I have created the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. GOGE. Perhaps you've heard of it. Perhaps. Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
I don't know who this lady is next to him, but she's smiling at him crazy. Look, she's smiling at him crazy, man. About to have baby number 16. But listen, that address last night, it made me proud to be an American. America is back. CNN polled folks about Trump's message regarding the economy, and they were forced to show this.
How did you feel about his message regarding the economy?
I thought it was very positive. I think what's happening now, we used to be a country that would just let everything happen. Okay, we'll do this. You know, you guys, Panama can have this. You know, I think now we're taking back things that should have never been given away. So I think doing those tariffs and everything, I think it's well overdone. I mean, it should have been done a long time ago.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Everybody here, even this side, appreciates it, I believe.
That's the thing. Sorry, I keep pausing this, but that's the thing. Elon didn't need this. You know, Trump didn't need to be president again. He can make his money elsewhere. Elon doesn't need, presumably this fool's sleeping on the floor. Or I don't know if he's sleeping on the floor, but he's sleeping on the couch, okay? He's sleeping on the couch and he's working his butt off. He's working his butt off. And I honestly don't, you know, granted he has government contracts with his other companies, but he's not taking a salary for this. These people love our country. This other side, the Democrats, based on the way that they've been acting, I don't think they love our country. I think they love themselves and their pocketbooks more than they love us.
And we've ended weaponized government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out? Not too good. Not too good. This will be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the...
America's back.
How do you justify them not standing or applauding? I just want to know one thing. If you're a Democrat, for instance, how do you justify them not standing or applauding for any of the topics or things that he stood for? Like, how do you not stand or applaud when he brings up protecting women after the Laken Riley incident? How do you not stand and applaud when he brings out a young boy with brain cancer and makes him a federal agent? How do you not applaud and stand when he says he hopes to balance the federal budget for the first time in 25 years? How do you not stand when he brings up protecting women, specifically men and women's sports? How do you not stand when he says he wants to bring about peace and end the wars? You see the point I'm getting at here. How can you be a Democrat and stand for anything? Even if you don't like Trump, okay? The American people are watching this and they care about what your opinion is and how you stand with these issues, no matter who the president is. I just think that this party's done. I don't know what else to tell you. They've gone so far left, they have no answer for anything that they believe in.
It's true.
Regardless of how well she just spoke, it started out with Al Green getting thrown off the House floor because he couldn't keep his emotions under control. Then they had the ridiculous paddles, which now social media is roasting.
That you said false on one side and
Ridiculous.
Elon on
and
the
then
other.
finally, and maybe most terribly, the Democrats who couldn't find it in their heart to stand for objectively good things, including the 95-year-old mother of Mark Fogel and Mark, who got rescued from a Russian prison, and they couldn't even stand up for that. I thought Democrats came into this speech lost and defeated by Donald Trump, and today it looks to me like they're even more lost and even more defeated than when this speech started.
They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they're doing.
I attended President Trump's State of the Union address in Washington, D.C. tonight. Let me tell you what I saw. Better yet, let me tell you what I didn't see. I did not see Democrats stand and applaud a child with terminal brain cancer who was in the room. I did not see Democrats stand and applaud and honor the life and memory of young girls like Laken Riley or 12-year-old Jocelyn, who lost their lives to illegal gang members before their grieving parents who were in the room. I did not see Democrats stand and applaud an American who had been falsely and innocently imprisoned in Russia, who had recently been returned, who was in the room with his 95-year-old mother. I did not see Democrats stand and applaud a balanced budget. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But you know what I did see the Democrats stand and applaud? The only thing they stood and cheered for was Ukraine. And I don't mean peace in Ukraine, because when President Trump mentioned his efforts to end the Russian-Ukrainian war, they didn't cheer for that. They only cheered when President Trump mentioned we have given Ukraine over $350 billion in taxpayer funds. They clapped for the continued funding of war in Ukraine. The Democratic Party, and I don't mean Democrats, I mean the Democratic Party. So in terms of elected representation and certainly how left-leaning media portrays the Democrats, they're no longer American. They don't love our country. They don't love our flag. They don't love the American people. They are soulless. They are insufferable.
Yep.
It can only be described as immoral and evil. Tonight was proof for me that Democrats will literally stand for anything but America and its people.
Wow.
Now you see why Stephen A. Smith was in the polls as a presidential candidate? See what I'm talking about? You see that idiocy right there? You talk about something, people being tone deaf. Why the hell would 22 Democratic senators be literally echoing the same thing and think that would resonate with the American people? All it shows is that the same fabric of our democracy is unchanging in the eyes of some of these officials, and as a result, the constituency they represent, which is why Donald Trump is in office. What, do I have to come up to Capitol Hill and give you lessons? Seriously, you don't get it? All you did, Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer. Let's all get together. Let's put this in a prompter, and all together, albeit in separate rooms, we'll grab a microphone and say the same damn thing. And that's what's going to resonate with the American people. And then you wonder why you're no longer in power. You wonder why Trump is in the White House.
Oh, man. These guys are so out of touch. It is crazy. Let me know if you watched the address. If you haven't watched the address, I'll place a link for the full stream that we did. We had an amazing time. We frequently do watch parties. I'll place a link for that in the description below, or it'll be somewhere on the screen. Let me know what you think about it. What do you think about the Democrats not standing for anything, particularly America? Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button, share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.